Israel with enemies on all of its sides. So Barack Obama went ahead during his presidency, besides his final act, where he threw us under the bus in the UN. Normally America protects us from the UN, and he, of course, orchestrated a UN vote against us. But besides that malicious act, he went ahead and set up the whole Iran agreement. And we should understand, it's not just that he's allowing them to have nuclear power as time goes on. It's going ahead and allowing billions and billions of dollars into the economy. You're saying, well, that's good. We care that people should be able to live and have bread on the table. The average Iranian person, let him be able to go ahead and feed his family. That's not what's happening. The average Iranian person, family, cannot feed itself because all the money, as we all know, is going to terrorism. Not any kind of terrorism, very specific terrorism. Of course, he said many times, the leader of Iran, his goal is to wipe out the Jewish nation. But for some reason, Obama didn't care too much about that. But listen to what he's accomplished, and I think there's a lesson here. You don't need Danny Myers to give political analysis. That's not what the purpose of 2 Minutes of Torah is. Give political analysis to people a lot more capable than I am. But I'm coming from a different angle. Let's just look at what I understand to be the facts. About 100 to 120,000 missiles north of us in Lebanon. That's Hezbollah, funded by Iran. To the east of us, we have Jordan. Still have a peace back with them. They're just a meeting in their cabinet today about possibly disbanding the peace treaty with us. But okay, they're not in Iran's domain. But just go a little bit east of there, we have Iraq, where Iran is setting up bases in Iraq. So you have the northern border ready to attack us. You have the eastern border, not immediate, but you have Iraq, and then further back, Iran. Now you'd say south. South, we have Egypt. Next to Israel, Egypt is the biggest power in the Mideast, and we have a treaty with them. Sisi and Bibi have a nice relationship. Just head a few hundred kilometers south, we have Yemen. South of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia and Israel are getting a little bit closer these days, but go a little bit south of Saudi Arabia, you have Yemen, and they're causing major problems in Saudi Arabia. They're downing their drones, and they've just killed 40 of their soldiers the other day, and they have some very sophisticated weapons. Yemen recently warned us that some of their weapons, because long-range missiles, can actually reach Israel. Yemen, surprise of surprises, going ahead and being fueled by whom? By Iran. So we have north, east, south. They're looking to close up possibly the canal over there. It could be a disaster for us, even if it's only 15-20% of our imports from there. Still. But you'll say, wait, Baruch Hashem, we have the western border, is the Yam HaGadol, the Mediterranean. So they've been trying to set up a port in Syria for quite a while. Hasn't happened. Hopefully it will not happen. But when that happens, that means all four sides were surrounded by Iran, Iranians, shlichim, their messengers. And where are they getting the billions and billions of dollars to do this? So Obama didn't take it out of his pocket, but he facilitated all of this. And what's my point for 2 Minutes of Torah? Not to give an analysis, military analysis. That's not my field. Maybe I'm totally wrong with what I'm saying. I don't believe this, what I'm saying, to the degree I believe in the Tosfos or Halach that I gave a shir on. But what I do believe is the following. That this analysis, which I have some conviction in, is bringing up a very important point. A few years ago, Bibi went against the whole world. The Israeli leftists for sure, and so many other people in Israel. He went head to head with Obama, with America. While Obama is going ahead and orchestrating an idea with Iran, Bibi has the chutzpah to go to Congress. Everyone said to him, you can't do that, don't do that. You're going to burn bridges with America. And for what? It's a deal that's overseen by the world powers, and don't worry, the money won't get into the wrong hand. They're not going to build the nuclear weapons, and don't worry, everyone's going to be on top of them. And Bibi says, you're all wrong. You're all wrong. And he took the responsibility of Klal Yisrael on his shoulders, which I truly believe he feels responsibility of the Jewish nation on his shoulders. I believe that. And he went against everyone. And everyone said, you're crazy. You're nuts. You don't know what you're doing. You're destroying the Jewish nation. You're jeopardizing the Jewish nation. And in my opinion, he was doing everything he could to save the Jewish nation. And you just look back, look at what we have. So Baruch Hashem, Trump pulled out of it. And we'll see what else is going to happen with the Iranian deal. But what we have is a disaster. Not only because it looks like they're going to head towards nuclear weapons, but think of what's going on up north, 120,000 missiles facing us, chas v'shalom. East, south, and west, possibly, if they do succeed in ever getting a port over there in Syria and have access to the Armageddon of the Mediterranean. And he has this Russia Obama who facilitated it, and Bibi went head-to-head with him and so many others in the world. And everyone's mocking him. You're crazy. What are you doing? And I think it's a great lesson, because we are the nation Avram Ha'ivri. We're on the other side, where the whole world could say we're crazy. Everyone could say, Avram, what are you talking about? One creator, monotheistic creator. There's the God of the sun, the God of the moon, the God of the water, the God of... What are these ridiculous ideas for? We don't go for numbers. We don't go for popularity. That's not what wins us over. Truth, emes. In my humble opinion, a couple of years back, and it's proven today, one person, Bibi, and a few others had emes. And everyone else, the Israelis were against Bibi, and the Americans against Bibi, and everyone, especially those who voted for Obama, and Jews, unfortunately, plenty of them voted for Obama, masses of people, that doesn't mean emes. So we need to go ahead and try to the best of our abilities to have clarity, even in confusing times, even when so many people in the world are saying this way and saying that way, or this is the right way, and you're crazy for thinking that way. We have to be able to stand up and analyze things properly, clearly, and come to emes through chachma, bina, das, through wisdom, analysis, and understanding, and not just go by the popular ideology of the time, because that popular ideology sometimes can be dead wrong, could be disastrous. Unfortunately, I think that's what we have in front of us, surrounding us. We have to daven and pray that truth could go ahead and be victorious. And Hashem should always depend on Siyata Dishmaya. He should give us Siyata Dishmaya, protection from above, and give our leaders the ability to have Chachma and Bina and Das. Shalom.